Alright guys, today I'm going to show you guys how to shoot it inside out. Alright guys, today I'm going to show you guys how to shoot an outdoors commercial inside.
Elaborado en un pequeño pueblo mexicano, entre los picos más altos de las montañas de los Altos de Jalisco. Cada paso en el proceso de la elaboración de nuestro tequila está hecho meticulosamente de la manera correcta. Teremana, espíritu de la tierra.
I just want to give a shout out to Richard E on Instagram because he actually reached out to me. He messaged me and said, "Hey, you should film for Teremana Tequila. I think it'd be a really cool opportunity." And so thank you for that, Richard E on Instagram.
Today we are filming for Teremana Tequila. And if you don't know what Teremana Tequila is or who Teremana Tequila is founded by, it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And no, I'm not paid by them. I just thought this would be a really cool opportunity to try something that I've wanted to try for a long time with my TV. Since the idea was born with my Pringles ad using my TV, I've had this idea of wanting to shoot an outdoors commercial inside and just haven't had the time. And finally today, we're gonna try it. I have no clue if it's gonna work. I'm actually pretty nervous. So we might do some test shots first, but I've kind of rearranged my living room right here. We're gonna bring the TV down, and I bought some photos off of Shutterstock that I'm gonna use as my background for the TV. And if it looks all right, then I'll start setting up the lights, and then I'll set up the whole indoor outside aesthetic and set design, and we'll pop into that. Today I don't have anybody helping me film, and I don't have anybody behind the camera, so I apologize if my framing is crap. I have no clue what's going on. Kendall will jump in at a few times when I just need an extra hand, but she's working today. So it's just me and you and Teremana Tequila, and let's do this. So I just wanted to set up some test shots really fast. And I got some images off of Shutterstock and I brought them into Premiere. I got the one just on the slider because that's my idea. What I'm gonna do is actually slide this table all the way back, bring in a new box for right here to kind of push this. And because I really kind of want to separate this bottle from the background, even though it's going to be blurry. I think that's going to be the best bet for clear image quality when I'm going to be lighting this, and not to obviously get reflection onto the bottle itself. So I'm pretty excited. I think this is going to work, but again, you know, you never know with all these things that you do. All right, now time for the messy part. Oh my gosh. So now that we've laid down the stucco, what I'm gonna do now is I got some props. I actually went to Kendall's dad's house and started grabbing stuff around his house as decorations that he has, and we're gonna use it. So I got this in the yard. We're just gonna bury this rock in here because this is kind of where I'm thinking the bottle is gonna lay. So first we'll just bury this as best as we can because I kind of want just a little bit, and then we're gonna make it a little bit more natural looking. Make it a white rock maybe, like that, because match with the style a little bit. What?
This is really cute. It's like a cooking show or something.
And then I found this in my neighbor's yard. And so, thanks neighbor. Probably, you know, this is how we're gonna create a little bit of depth into our whole video, is really by putting things in the foreground and background. Maybe this little beautiful succulent, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna stick it in right around here. I don't know. It takes a little bit of, you know, patience. Alrighty, so this is the setup I came up with for the set design decoration. I got a fake plant here just to add some green. I know it's not what you typically would find in a desert, but honestly I think it's gonna be pretty blurred out by the time we're hitting this. And then I have an agave plant back there and an agave plant up there with the cactus as foreground elements, Got some miniature cactuses. Got the stucco, which is really sticky when you wash it. I did not know. And got a rock in there. Got some wood, some grass. I might add some more grass just to make it a little bit more realistic. I just have to go outside and go pick some dead grass, you know. And I hope this works, because if not, this was actually, I'm gonna be honest, this actually didn't take as much time as most of my shoots to set up, but it is gonna be a huge mess. I can already see that, and probably gonna have to throw away this curtain. Yeah, wasting things for projects, and that's how we roll. I brought my TV much closer now, and then I put my slider on to my 2 aperture light boxes. I took the lights out because now we're gonna set up the lights. I'm actually pretty happy with the look so far, and I'm really excited to keep going with this. There's gonna be a few other things that we're gonna work on, but just nailing down the fine details is the most important part first, and then we're gonna do now the lighting. So I finally got it all set up. We have our lights all set up, and let's talk lights. So as my top light, I have the Aperture 300D on the Glow 5-foot softbox, and it's working really nice. I had this really large softbox. Unfortunately, the fan's kind of in the way, so it can't be 100% center, but I'm trying to really evenly light the whole environment, or the terrarium that we made. Kendall doesn't like me using that term. And so I set this up so I can have a nice even top light to really light everything so it can match with the background video. And then on the side, I have this rectangular glow diffusion, and that is creating my light, or my key light right here for the bottle itself. It's a little bit more off to the side than normal, and the reason for that is we have to be very aware of reflections on the TV, because if you have a reflection on the TV from the light, it's not gonna look good. And then lastly, I have my Aperture Nova 300, and I have the softbox and grid on that, and I set it to an oranger light gel, and that's so we can just match the really warmth of the image in the background. And right now I have the windows open just so you guys can see this, otherwise the TV would be completely blown out. We're gonna adjust our TV settings, and then I think we're gonna grab our first shot, which I'm really excited. It's only taken like 5 or 6 hours, but honestly, I'm actually very stoked with how it's turned out. I mean, nothing's perfect, but it's pretty damn close.
De la manera correcta. Paso en el proceso de la elaboración de nuestro tequila. Está hecho meticulosamente de la manera correcta.
So, there's a reason my shirt's off, and what I've noticed with the pants slider, okay, so there's a reason that my shirt's off. What I've noticed with the pants slider is that my shirt always gets caught in it, and then it messes up, especially for something like this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna frame it, we're gonna lock off our focus. Kendall is gonna be at the top of my focus with the bottle, and as she pours, I'm gonna push down towards the drink, and it creates this really beautiful slow motion on the Ursa at 300 frames. And then we're also gonna grab some pouring shots of the rock, but we moved the rock closer so I could actually, the rock, funny, and we moved the rock closer so that I could actually reach above it, because otherwise this light's in the way. So this is our trick, is we just moved it closer, and we're just doing a top down, pushing in 300 frames, and it looks really beautiful.
De los Altos de Jalisco. Cada paso en el proceso de la elaboración de nuestro tequila está hecho meticulosamente de la manera.
So now we're doing the ending shots, and for the ending shots, what I'm imagining is the bottle's there, and now we're just placing down the glass with a little bit of lime in it, and we're trying a different backdrop for that, and that's the agave plants, which is tequila is made out of, and which Teremana is like really focuses on with their label, and if you read their story and see their Instagram. And I don't like it as much, but what I do really like, and what we noticed as a happy accident, is that, as a happy accident, is that the agave plant reflects in the bottle. So now what I'm gonna do is get my spinner. I'm gonna put something down here so the spinner's not in the dirt, and we're gonna spin, and I'm gonna get like detail shots of just the bottle with the spinner. I think that'd be kind of cool, and hopefully it'll turn out cool. Other than that, I think we're almost pretty much done. We have a few more shots that we're gonna grab, and then I'm pretty happy with it. So for the drink, here's a little bit of tip and trick. So we're using acrylic fake ice that you can get on Amazon. I have it in my bio link. And this is what I like to use because you don't have to worry about it melting, and it looks pretty realistic, and you can stack it in different ways and they have different shapes. You can also buy glass ice, but they're $40 a piece for a good glass ice, and that's really expensive. So this is what I use, and I think it does the job. So there's a few reasons why I'm using my TV and shooting indoors than shooting outside. And the first reason is because I can control my light. With the sun and weather, it's very unpredictable, and it's very hard to kind of block out the whole entire sun, and your sun is always changing. Here, I'm in a controlled environment. I don't have to deal with wind. I don't have to deal with a lot of things. And then I can choose my background because I'm obviously not in a desert in Mexico, and that's the image that I have in the back. So that's very cool that I can reach that, or also an agave field. So it gives me a little bit more flexibility there. The downfall is obviously it's not going to be perfect, but it's pretty close. Then the next thing is, why am I not using a green screen? Well, I'm working with a bottle and a lot of see-through elements, and using a green screen, and also a lot of plants that have very soft edges, and using a green or blue screen is just not going to cut it for that. It's going to be too obvious with the kind of setup that I have and the limit ability that I have to pull that off. So that's why I'm using my TV and using an actual image. And also there's light that's being cast through that. And remember the shot that we got with the agave plants coming through the bottle? I wouldn't have been able to get that with a green screen. So there is some pluses and minuses to using your TV than being outside or using your green screen. And this is why I like doing it for something like this. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and learned something. It's really fun just trying to experiment and try new things, and I definitely recommend that, especially with doing product videos. That's the beauty of it, is getting messy, try new things, failing at things. I can't even tell you how many times that I've tried ideas and that they just went to crap, and then I've had to reshoot things. But I think this will turn out pretty cool. I know it won't be perfect, but it is a very good alternative. And until next time, I hope that you guys like this video. If you love the video, please comment, like, share, subscribe.
Elaborado en un pequeño pueblo mexicano, entre los picos más altos de las montañas de los Altos de Jalisco. Cada paso en el proceso de la elaboración de nuestro tequila está hecho meticulosamente de la manera correcta. Teremana, espíritu de la tierra.